Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Hello guys, how are you? No one's gonna reply because I'm talking to a camera. Alright. How is everybody? I've just done the same thing. Right. It's currently 9:15 at night. My kids were moving like mad minions this evening to go to bed. So I actually don't know how I've got energy to do this, but I will say I've had a bowl of ramen and a bit of broccoli. So we're going to run off that. We're going to run off the energy that that's providing because enemy soul is gone. I have nothing left to give, okay? To give. Cool. Can we talk about red flags in a friendship? Red flags in a friendship. Red flags in a friendship.
Who won it? Who won it? Which nigga little goon getting stewed with the onion?
I've got no H2O near me, so this is going to be peak. I've done a relationship red flags, one. Someone actually wanted me to do green flags in a relationship, but I don't even, well, I mean, I do know, but, will that be interesting? I feel like a lot of people will already know what to look for in a man. And also, that depends on what you want from this life, okay? But when it comes to friendships, it's like a bongo ding ding ding. Friendships is a serious thing, and I honestly feel like the friends that you had when you were younger weren't really friends. Let me explain. So in school, right? I feel like my ankle's going to break. I feel like in school, it's very easy to call people your friends, because obviously you're in the same school, you've got things in common, all them things there. But when you then change schools and you don't see that person anymore, you kind of deep, like we actually didn't have much in common. The only main factor was that we were in the same school. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I remember when I used to work in Whole Foods, right? I used to have friends in Whole Foods, but they weren't friends. They were just like people that I worked with. But because your life becomes working and it becomes, working, you just assume that these people are actually your friends, and you'll be going to drink Peroni. You'll be drinking Peroni after work. You'll be drinking beer and eating salted nuts. That sounds mad. After work, just to make these people your friends. It's actually not by force. Am I getting sick? Cool. So there's some things in the friendships, yeah, that there's a lot of bad friends. There's a lot of bad friends. There's a lot of things that people do that are very, very bad, that are toxic, that people don't clock that are even toxic. They just say, this is how I am, this is my personality. No. Firstly, the first thing is one-sided friendships. Brethren, run it off. I'd rather speak to a brick wall, honestly. I would rather eat rocks from Brighton Pier. Because honestly, when you're in a friendship where you're constantly giving your all and you're the one that's like providing the options to meet, you're the one that's checking up on that person and they don't give it back, are you rude? Are you actually born from a barn? Like, are you actually cheeky? Because I feel like, how do you not clock? And this is also ties into being self-aware, right? Because I feel like if you're self-aware, then you're aware that like, I actually haven't reached out to my friend. I actually haven't even checked to see how they actually are if they're alive. Because sometimes, like, actually deep, like if we didn't have social media, yeah, say Instagram and what else is around now? TikTok, Twitter, Threads. Is anybody on Threads actually? Because I'm on Threads, but I don't know how to get off Threads because apparently it ties you into your Instagram account. I ain't having it. I ain't having fun. All right. So imagine if there was no social media, right? And you literally went by communication like they did in the olden days, yeah? The amount of people that wouldn't know if their friends were dead or alive, because you would actually have to communicate with them. You would actually have to send a text and be like, how are you? Let's actually meet up. And another red flag is the friends that just don't make time for you. I feel like having kids now really makes me see that your time, like you compared to me, you've got more time than I have, okay? And the fact that you're still not able to reach out is bamboozled. Like, it's actually confusing. I don't want anyone to think that I was saying this for them, but honestly, I feel like if you're not able to reach out to your friend, do you even care about your friend? Like, do you actually want that person dead? because simple text, simple call, just to know how that person is. And this is how you end up not knowing what your friend's actually going through because you didn't actually reach out. Like, obviously friendships go both ways, but I think like if your friend is constantly messaging you and always the first to like send a text or whatever, and you're not also deeping that, you're a bad friend. All right. A bad friend is also someone who just constantly makes you feel like you're doing something wrong. Like, they never ever want to praise what you're doing. They never ever want to actually like find the silver lining in what you're going through. They're constantly just being very, very negative and projecting. Because you guys have to remember that a lot of people hate their lives. They actually hate their lives. And they end up projecting their negativity onto you. And you'll be thinking, wow, like, am I doing something wrong? Like, if you don't have friends around you that actually clap when you win, and they constantly find something bad to say or want to belittle you in any little way, cut it off. Especially those friends who feel the need to give you advice when you didn't ask for it. They'll be saying to you, oh, you know, you look really like big in that dress. Did I ask you? Did I actually ask you? Like, I remember in school, like, I actually had a friend that would do that. Like, she would literally belittle everything that I put on. Anytime that I would like do my makeup, whatever, she'd always have something negative to say. She'd never say, Ree, you look nice. Ever. And then as I was getting older, I deep, like, you actually hate your life. You hate your life because all you do is sit in the dark and eat cheeseburgers. And because of that, you're jealous. You're jealous of me. Because there's a lot of friends. I need to fart. There's a lot of friends. There's a lot of friends, yeah, that are jealous of their friends. And kind of like, you'll see this in, and for me, right, you see this sometimes when, like, you know, when if you're on a night out or whatever the case is, yeah, and a guy comes up to you, like, one of the girls in the group, and will be like trying to speak to her, get to know her, and all those things, and you get that friend who's like, she's not interested. Firstly, unless your friend actually asked you to step in, it's not your place to say she's not interested. Are you in charge of her vagina? Are you in charge of her boob? Are you in charge of her whole being? Did you birth her that you feel the need to actually step in and say she's not interested? And then when they come and call you the ugly friend, you want to be having the heart palpitations. But honestly, you just need to face your front and leave your friend to do what she needs to do, you know? Because sometimes, don't get me wrong, like I said, like a lot of friends that do that are just trying to protect their friend, and they've had that conversation before where it's like, guys, we're going out tonight, like if a guy moves to me, like cool. But there's some friends that are just going by the fact that nobody's chirping them, and then are just very jealous of their friend. Have you not heard of those stories? No. Have you not heard of that story of these two girls that were like best friends, yeah? And one of them was so jealous of the other one that she threw acid in her face. Her friend was out one day, she wore all black, and then threw acid in her friend's face, her best friend's face, because she was jealous of her. Like, brethren, keep your enemies close, but keep your adversaries far away. What? Oh my God, another red flag are friends that you can't trust. Yo, brethren, I think that's probably on the top of the list. Friends that you can't trust. Like, imagine, why am I taking screenshots on my phone? Just look at the screen, please. Imagine you're freeing up your business. Yeah, you're talking to your friend, because friends are supposed to hold your truths and your lies. Yeah, what? Your friends are supposed to keep all your secrets. Keep your secrets with me. I don't know what song that was. Your friends are supposed to keep all of that, private. There'll be friends that will be out here freeing your business to people of the public. Okay? They'll be standing at the top of Trafalgar Square saying, yeah, Naomi sucked this guy's bum, Can you imagine? And you can tell that a friend does stuff like this, yeah, is when they come to you and they say something like, oh, this person was chatting about you, whatever. And then you think to yourself, like, why was I up in a conversation? Why was my name in your mouth and whoever's mouth? And you didn't decide to cut that off or decide to cut that friend off. Like, what was you talking about that I've come up in the conversation, you know? Like, there's so many friendships that go off of just gossip, and you would literally be opening up to your friend or be saying, like, I don't know, like something really, really close to your heart. And there are friends that can't be trusted that will then go and speak your business to the whole freaking Albert Square. It's not on. It's actually not on. And I just think that, like, in this day and age, yeah, I also think in this day and age, yeah, there's so much, like, headache around adult friendships. Like, to me, adult friendships are not hard. They're not hard. Bro, like, everybody's busy. Everybody is busy. One of my best friends, I see her every 6 months, right? We're busy. We've got things to do, right? So I feel like if you're still not able to check in with your friend once in a while and meet up, like, it could be once every 6 months just to have dinner or whatever. If you're not even able to do that, not even for birthdays or whatever, then you're a crap friend. You're actually a crap friend. And I just think that, like, if everything is one-sided and you know, you never ever find time for your friends, but you find time to do other things. Sorry guys, my eye is so itchy. Whoa. If you're not able to find time for your friends, right, one-on-one time with your friends to catch up, to check in, just be normal human friends, but you're able to freaking flock to this place and to that place and all these places, right? But you're not able to check in on your friends, the people that actually are there, like the people that have actually been there for you, are there for you, then it says a lot about you. And I just think that, like, in this day and age, like, bro, some of your friends can be like your sisters, you know? And yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.